Alright, so we have IGN's review on XDefiant. Let's see what they're going to say because I have my own few words about the game. Let's go to the video.
3, 2, 1.
XDefiant is an FPS with an identity crisis. This arena shooter pulls
Wait,
characters
what?
and locations from various Ubisoft games, and it feels a little bit like a lot of different things as a result.
Okay.
It's fast and twitchy like Call of Duty, but it has class abilities like Overwatch. It's got fast respawns and faster deaths, but objective-based modes that prioritize teamwork over straight kill count.
So
that combination
he's
of
basically just
disparate
described the
elements
finals,
helps
basically.
XDefiant
He described the
play
finals.
a little differently from most competitive shooters, which
Okay.
can be fun. But it also feels like those parts aren't always working in harmony.
Okay. I got my own words for it, but let's see what IGN says. I think, listen,
XDefiant is a sort of
I think they're gonna give it like a 7 or 8.
worlds combined into a single competitive shootout. Several factions based on other Ubisoft games function as your classes, and they're all just distinct and interesting enough without feeling shoehorned together. The Libertad faction from Far Cry 6, for example, is essentially a medic class with powerful healing options.
Okay.
While the Ghost Recon Phantoms are tanks, able to
Ooh.
deploy a stationary barrier or pull out a personal riot shield.
okay.
Their weapons are all pretty standard for military shooters, but they're still satisfying to use, providing a solid
I agree.
gunplay foundation
I
for those
agree.
abilities to build on.
I agree.
Using the right ability at the right time can change the flow of a fight, but they're not so powerful that they ever override the larger emphasis on shooting. That means knowing how and when to respond to an enemy's abilities is almost as important as
He's
your aim.
sizzling right now.
But it's your shooter skills that will always matter most.
True. True.
Each faction also has an ultra ability that can make a larger impact once charged, but unlike many games' ultimates, there's usually a way for the other team to shut them down if you're not careful. For instance, the Phantom's Ultra is an energy dome that protects anyone within it, but if you're quick, you can get inside and kill the person who activated it, canceling the shield. In that way, Ultras are a good balance of being generally strong without being ridiculous, requiring you to be smart about how and when to use them.
Yeah, a lot of things that he's saying so far aren't wrong. So
While each faction
Carry on.
mostly feels pretty distinct, balanced, and fun, some definitely seem to lag behind the others. The biggest offender is DedSec from Watch Dogs. One of their 2 abilities allows you to hijack the other team's deployables, and I've yet to see a single person use it effectively.
I don't think people are
There just
interested in it,
aren't
though,
that
that's
many
why.
things to steal overall, and every time I tried to sneak up to a shield or a health station to hack it, I was killed by the players who, of course, were currently using that thing.
yeah, I think that ability was just pointless. That's why. Yeah, I think that's just pointless. That's just
On
like
the
a
flip
pointless
side,
ability.
The Echelon faction, which is inspired by the stealthy gameplay of Splinter Cell, can either become nearly invisible or activate
That's
a pulse
effective.
that lets your whole team see nearby enemies through walls. While most
Now
of their
that's
abilities
effective.
are a lot more situational or team-oriented, there's no drawback to a legal wall hack. That imbalance at launch weakens the faction system for now. Generally, though, the larger issue with abilities is that they don't really fit with XDefiant's quick approach to gunfights. That Call
Okay.
of Duty mindset of dying fast and respawning right away means shootouts are often over almost as soon as they begin, so a lot of the abilities are just a non-factor. Firing off a heal or launching an explosive
I wouldn't say they're a
is generally
non-factor, though.
something
I wouldn't
you
say
can
that.
afford. So some abilities and factions simply feel like bad choices when you could use others with much more obvious utility.
New Ultra ready to
You
go.
could say that, but at the same time, it
This
comes
is
down
an
to the
issue
player's
with some
gamer.
weapons
Like
as well.
I say, gamer
The
sense,
longer
game
I played
sense.
XDefiant, the more people started appearing in
When it comes down
lobbies
to,
with sniper
decisions.
rifles, and it quickly became clear why. Sniping very often gets you a one-hit kill, regardless of where the shot hits your target.
Yeah.
Comparatively, shotguns have a very short range and slow firing rate, while LMGs seem to be tuned more to destroy enemy devices like shields rather than damage actual enemies. Assault rifles and submachine guns can be fine, but the speed and power of the sniper rifles quickly made me feel like a chump for opting for any other option.
He said
So
a
I guess
chump.
I'm a sniper now.
He said a chump. Okay, that didn't even like he hit him. That last shot didn't even look like he hit him.
None
Okay,
of
all
that
right.
is a deal breaker though, because XDefiant doesn't really care if your kill-death ratio is negative, so long as you're helping your team get closer to the match objective. You don't have to be among the fastest guns on the internet to grab a riot shield and focus on pushing a payload from one end of the map to the other, or play support or defense on capture points by helping to keep your other, more lethal teammates alive. All of that is good fun, but it could certainly use a few more imaginative and interesting game modes to prevent us from falling into a routine for a bit longer. XDefiant only has 5 modes at the moment, all of which are fairly standard fare for this kind of shooter.
Hotshot,
Those modes
Hotshot,
will support
Occupy.
6-on-6 unranked play. There will also eventually be a 4-on-4 ranked mode, but it's only available as a preview right now. Zone Control, Domination, and Occupy are all variations on capture point modes, with Occupy taking place on a linear map, while
What are
the
they
other
going to give
two
this
are
game?
played on XDefiant's big, dense arenas. Whether you're capturing one
They're gonna
control
give it a
point
6,
that moves
right?
around the map
They-
simultaneously, or several in
No
a
shot they
specific
give
order,
this game
these modes all feel
over
similar
an 8.
enough
No
that
shot.
they can get a bit repetitive.
No shot.
Meanwhile, Hotshot is a version of Call of Duty's Kill Confirmed mode, in which you can only score if you pick up a dropped item after a kill. But
Yeah.
there's an added VIP twist. The person with the most items becomes speedier and scores more points for every item they pick up.
I didn't even
So
know
you
that.
Protect your own team's Hotshot and hunt down opposing ones.
That actually
As for
sounds like a
Escort,
pretty good
it's
mode, I'm gonna be
straight-up
honest with you.
Payload mission on a linear map, with no meaningful differences from the mode that's been in Overwatch for years and Team Fortress 2 before that. These options are as amusing as ever, but neither lean into XDefiant's particular strengths.
The package is moving in the right direction. Backward.
The maps themselves, on the other hand, are largely standouts. 10 are arenas and 4 are linear, and they all make for visually interesting and varied spaces.
Some of
Their
the maps
open
are
designs
iffy for me, I'm gonna be
encourage
honest with
fast
you.
movement and a minimal amount of camping, and facilitate a lot of different types of engagements with just about every step.
I
That
feel like some
helps
maps
to
are like
make all the
tacky. Like,
factions and
I'll
weapons
explain at the end of the video, I
feel
promise you.
viable, at least from a playstyle perspective. Running around with a shotgun is just as fun as hanging back with a sniper rifle, even if actual balance may be a bit
Using
off.
a shotgun in this game
Except
is
that's-
fun.
They still kind of suck.
3, 2,
Yeah, the LMGs are, I mean, they are slow. It's an LMG. What are they going to give this game, though? I'm going to say
XDefiant
they're going to
is
give it like a
free to play,
6.
So naturally, there's a store where you can purchase purely cosmetic items, as well as a battle pass you can pay to expand. This is a pretty standard approach, and you really don't need to spend money if you don't want to. If you do, prices are comparable to what you'll see in Fortnite or Call of Duty.
Okay.
With things like character or weapon skins alongside
That skin doesn't
animations
look
that play
bad.
when you kill
For the
an
gun, that
opponent
gun camo doesn't
or
look bad.
player of the game.
good win. And people will remember that one.
If there's a drawback here, it's that the cosmetics are a little lackluster right now, with many of the skins doing little more than swapping color palettes. There's also a fairly expansive progression system that unlocks weapons, weapon attachments, and various faction characters as you play.
Okay.
Parts for a weapon unlock just by using it, so you can start to kit out your guns to your liking after a few rounds.
Wait, we got to buy the parts for the
Additional
gun?
weapons and characters
Oh,
by
okay. Oh,
completing
bro,
challenges by
bro.
using the weapons you have in specific
I was about to
ways,
crash out, I'm gonna be
like
honest with
earning
you.
point-blank SMG kills or notching a certain number of one-shot snipes.
I thought we had to use our in real life funds to buy the parts for the guns.
The
So I was about to
challenges
say,
help
what?
encourage you to vary
Hello?
your playstyle, and none of them are arduous to
Are you
unlock.
kidding
They
me?
perfectly
Wait, what?
balance, pushing you to experiment with different loadouts and gear, while quickly rewarding you with new weapons for your trouble.
That flamethrower
However, the
ult
same
is actually
can't be
pretty
said
nice.
of the grind to unlock DeadSec. The other 4 factions are available from the start, but DeadSec requires earning hundreds of thousands of experience points. For
What?
context, each match and challenge only gives you a few
I don't
thousand.
think he's worth that. I'm
It's
gonna be
a
honest with
fairly
you.
intense grind to do for free. But of course, you can unlock it instantly if you're willing to fork over $10.
Oh, of
Given
course.
how weak the faction seems to be currently, neither the grind nor the cost seems especially worth it. But this
I mean,
could
well,
become
yeah.
a bigger concern if some overpowered faction is released down the line.
They're gonna give it like a 6.
XDefiant is a respectable free-to-play shooter, but little really makes it stand out. Its gunplay generally feels great, and even dying doesn't kill the momentum since you're dropped right back into the action. Some of its issues, like weapon balance, are currently distracting.
Comment down below, what
but
do
feel
you think they're gonna give
relatively
it?
minor since Ubisoft can adjust things
I think a
over time.
6.
Tougher to solve, however, is the clash between its main ideas. Fast time to kill makes a lot of its class abilities feel difficult to make the most of because you're usually dead before you can use them. It's also lacking a defining mode, leaning on samey point capture ideas and tried and true but tired concepts like payload and kill confirmed. But excellent map design keeps them interesting longer than they otherwise would be for now. So hopefully XDefiant
Okay,
has the
okay.
time it needs
7.
to carve out
Okay.
its own niche.
I thought 6.
For more shooters,
First of all, shout out to IGN All right, here's my verdict on it, right? I'm gonna give my own verdict, my own number on it. Now, ever since this game came out, like, I believe I heard of this about this game since last year. And a lot of people were calling it like the Call of Duty killer. A lot of people were just saying that, hey, this game is gonna take over Call of Duty. Like, not take over Call of Duty. This game is gonna, like, drive Call of Duty out of the league, basically. Like, you're done. Like, you know what, bro? We're Angela Reeves, and the Call of Duty is Caitlin Clark. We're gonna hit stick her every single time. I know that was, I didn't mean to bring that up. I just thought, because, like, Caitlin Clark, she got Ray Lewis like 5 times, like in like 5 games. That's what I saw. Other than that, listen, honestly, hear me out when I say this. A lot of people were banking on this game to be the killer of Call of Duty. In reality, you cannot kill Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a staple in the game, no matter if you like the game or not. Listen, I've been playing Call of Duty since I was a young boy, bro. I've seen a no Russian mission close up to my face. Bro, I was traumatized off that mission. But I've been playing this game. I've been playing Call of Duty for so long that, in reality, like, there isn't another FPS that can really make me quit Call of Duty. I'm just being honest with you. Like, Call of Duty is literally a staple in the game. No pun intended. Literally, they are a staple. Nothing can bump off Call of Duty. Nothing. The only thing that can cancel, I said cancel. Well, yeah, the only thing that can cancel or / kill Call of Duty is Call of Duty. That's it. Okay. Other than that, I just want to, like, just debunk that, because this game weren't like this. I don't care if this game was like the most perfect game of all time. This game was not going to kill Call of Duty. I just had to say that it's not, and it never will. I'm just saying that. So, other than that, listen, I will say that XDefiant is definitely more loose. I guess it gives off like kind of like a Black Ops 2 type of vibe to it, to where, like, it's very loose and everything is very fast paced and everything is very, like, in this game everything is like bright. I do respect about this game is the maps look very different than what we're usually playing, because obviously, like, if you play Call of Duty, the maps are very, like, one dimensional. They have like 3 lanes. They have like spawn points. What the spawn points are in every single map. There's usually like 3 lanes or 2 lanes, or like, you get what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like, this is definitely very different from like a standard Call of Duty map. So I would definitely say, like, it's more. Here's what I would say. XDefiant, man, I wish Call of Duty had this though. XDefiant has maps to where all guns will work out fine, if that makes sense. So if you have a shotgun, if you have a sniper, if you have a SMG, an AR, guess what? All those guns, I mean, obviously depending on, like, if the player's good or not or whatever, you could still go absolutely crazy with, like, a lot of these maps with these guns. If you go into Call of Duty, like, for instance, let's say, what's a really big map in Call of Duty? I can't really think of one right now. In the newest Modern Warfare 3 Call of Duty, Skid Row. Let's say Skid Row. It's a big map, but it's not like it's not like a Al Masra, it's nothing like that. Like, it's a big map. If you go to Skid Row right now in Modern Warfare 3, you could use a shotgun, but I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people are using the meta weapons. You're most likely not gonna get 2 shotgun shells off before people kill you, with their fast, SMG. Or, if you're going up against stuttering Stacy. I'm just stuttering right now. Or if you're going up against like a sniper and you have a shotgun, you're going to lose every single time, because, the sniper, bro, the Car 98, a lot of these snipers that are absolutely just crazy, you're not going to win the battle with it. So you can't really use, every single gun, especially like these meta weapons, like these weapons that get boost out of nowhere, bro. Yeah, you can't do that. Like, you're gonna get absolutely, bro. Your KD is gonna, like, just get ticked down like by 2. I can't lie to you. So at the end of the day, like, this game is definitely more loose, and the maps are definitely different. And I think it's just different to us because we've been playing Call of Duty for so long, and we kind of know, like, how, like, the maps are. So when we do get something new, we kind of gas it up a little bit just to be like, oh, this is different. I think it's just natural. It's like a natural thing. But if I'm being honest with you, I didn't ever think this game was gonna kill Call of Duty. I think a lot of people got their hopes up, and I think a lot of people, as soon as people started hearing that this was the Call of Duty killer, a lot of people immediately started to, compare this to Call of Duty. When in reality, I don't think that the people who made XDefiant, I don't think that that was their whole goal. I don't think that was their goal to compete against the biggest first-person shooter game of all time. I don't think that was their goal at all. But I mean, what am I to say? People make up any, and I think I've heard that like ex Call of Duty employees made this game or something like that. If I'm right, I'm right. But if I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. To be honest with you, a lot of the weapons are, the SMGs are nice, shotguns are nice, the ARs are nice. I don't know, bro. It's just, it feels very I don't know, bro. Like there's certainly nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. Like there's nothing wrong with the game. Like I can play this game for a few hours. It's just I would definitely rather play. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Call of Duty, I love you. I'm playing, but I would definitely rather play Call of Duty over this. I don't know why, but just Call of Duty just feels. Bro, I can't really even put into words. Call of Duty just feels different. Like yes, this looks quick and fast paced, and it looks loose, but at the end of the day, bro, Call of Duty has something that XDefiant doesn't, and I think it has more experience. That's what I think. I think it has more experience, and yes, cool, we can sit here and we can roast Call of Duty for like for them putting out Call of Duty World War II. I said World War, yeah, World War II. Call of Duty Call of Duty Ghosts. I don't really like Call of Duty Ghosts. Like we could sit here and try to nitpick and like roast Call of Duty for putting out some of these horrible Call of Duties or whatever. But at the end of the day, they have experience. They know how to make a Call of Duty game. Yeah, cool. We might disagree on like some things that we don't like in the game. But at the end of the day, bro, they know how to make a first-person shooter game, and I think that's the big decider right there. Just off the bat, experience. So that's what I think Call of Duty has over XDefiant. But but that's obvious. XDefiant is a new game. So hopefully, they go far and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, do I think this game is going to kill Call of Duty? No. My rating for this game and everything that I've seen, I'm going to give it, you know what, bro? I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 6. Is it bad? No. But is it amazing? No. It's right in the middle. Like, and so, I mean, honestly, like for like its first year out, that's not bad at all. It's honestly not bad, man. Comment down below. What do you guys think about XDefiant? Shout out to IGN for their review. Y'all, if I'm being like stuttering Stacy, my mouth is completely dry right now. So, bro, it feels like there's sand in my mouth right now. So, I'm gonna end the video. See you guys later. Subscribe if you like the video, and bye. I need some water.